Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Olivia. Today we're talking about something that can truly transform your English learning journey: how to track your progress and stay inspired even when it feels like you're not improving.
Yes. Because let's be honest, learning English is a long-term commitment. And sometimes, it feels like you're stuck or going in circles, especially when you're not seeing big changes fast.
Exactly. But here's the truth: small wins lead to big results. You might not notice your progress day to day, but if you track it the right way, you'll realize you've come a long way.
And today, we'll share practical tips to help you see that progress clearly. Whether you're just starting out or already at an intermediate level, you'll learn how to measure your growth and keep your motivation alive.
So grab a notebook, open a notes app, or just get ready to think about your learning in a whole new way, because progress is happening. You just need to know where to look.
So let's jump right in. What's the first way someone can start tracking their English progress?
One of the simplest and most powerful ways is to keep a learning journal. Just write down what you learn each day. It can be a new word, a grammar rule, or even a sentence you heard and understood.
I love that. It doesn't have to be long, just a few lines every day. And after a month, you'll have a record of all the new things you've learned. That's real proof of progress.
Yes. And it's not just about recording new knowledge, it's also a way to see what you've struggled with, how you overcame it, and what you've improved.
Another great method is recording yourself speaking. This one's a bit scary at first, but trust me, it's a game changer.
Totally agree. The first time might feel awkward, but if you record a 30-second clip once a week, then go back and listen after a month or two, you'll hear how much better your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence have become.
And the best part? You don't even need fancy equipment. Your phone's voice recorder is more than enough. Just talk about your day, describe a photo, or answer a question in English.
Exactly. And if you're a visual person, you can even create a progress tracker chart, maybe use stickers, colors, or a simple calendar where you check off each day you practiced.
That's such a fun idea. It makes your learning journey feel more like a game. And seeing that streak grow can be so motivating.
And you know what's also important? Celebrating the small wins. Like the first time you understand a full scene in an English movie without subtitles, or the first time you ask for directions in English, and the person understands you.
Those moments are gold. And if you write them down or take a screenshot or journal about them, you'll always have something to look back on when you feel stuck.
Exactly. Those little milestones may not feel huge at the moment, but when you collect them, you realize how far you've come, and that's what keeps you inspired.
Here's another idea that works really well: setting mini goals. Like, instead of saying, "I want to be fluent," try something more specific like, "I want to learn 10 new words this week," or "I want to finish one English podcast episode and write a summary."
Yes. Mini goals give you something achievable and clear to focus on. And when you hit them, it gives you a little boost of confidence to keep going.
And don't forget to reflect on your goals too. Every week or two, take a moment and ask yourself, what did I learn? What was difficult? What do I want to improve next?
That reflection is powerful. It helps you stay aware of your growth and makes your learning more intentional. You're not just doing exercises, you're building real skills.
You can also test yourself in fun ways. Like once a month, redo an old quiz, reread a challenging article, or rewatch a video you struggled with. Chances are, you'll understand it way better this time.
And that moment when you realize, hey, I get this now. It's so motivating. It shows that your effort is working, even if it didn't feel like it in the moment.
It's also a good idea to mix your methods. If you've been studying a lot of grammar, switch to watching a show or having a conversation. Different approaches reveal different types of progress.
And that keeps your brain engaged. Plus, it stops you from feeling bored or stuck in one way of learning. A change in activity can sometimes reignite your excitement too.
The main thing is, don't wait for someone else to tell you you're improving. Build a system where you can see it. And once you do, staying inspired becomes much easier.
Totally. When you create your own feedback loop, track, reflect, celebrate, you take control of your progress. And that power. That's what keeps you going.
You know what else helps? Comparing yourself to your past self, not to other people. That's the most honest and healthy way to measure progress.
Absolutely. It's easy to look at fluent speakers online and think, I'll never sound like that. But they also started from zero. If you compare your speaking today to how you spoke 3 months ago, that's where the magic is.
Exactly. And don't underestimate what consistency can do. 5 minutes a day for 30 days is better than 2 hours once a month. And the data you collect, your journal, your recordings, will prove that.
And here's a trick I love: writing a message to your future self. It can be in your learning journal, or even a voice memo. Talk about where you are now, what you're struggling with, and what you hope to improve.
Then set a reminder to read or listen to it again in 3 or 6 months. You'll be amazed at the difference. It's such a great way to see how far you've come.
It's like creating your own time capsule of progress. You don't need tests or certificates to prove you're getting better, you just need your own voice, your own story.
So if anyone out there is feeling like, I'm not improving, maybe you are, you just haven't seen the evidence yet. It's there. You just have to start looking for it.
Exactly. And once you start noticing your small wins, they'll fuel your big results. Because motivation doesn't always come from outside, it often comes from proof that you're already growing.
Another thing I've seen that really works is using spaced repetition apps, like Anki or Quizlet, to review vocabulary. They actually show you how many words you've mastered over time, and that number going up. Super satisfying.
Oh yes, seeing that number climb, even if it's just by a few words each day, feels like real, visible progress. It gives your brain a win, which makes you want to keep going.
And when you see your review stats, like, you've studied 100 days in a row, or you've learned 500 words, it reminds you that every little effort is adding up.
Definitely. And it proves what we've been saying all along: small wins really do lead to big results. You just need a way to see those wins.
You know, another fun way to track progress is keeping a before and after sample. Like, write a short paragraph in English today, and then rewrite the same topic a month later. Compare the two. You'll see the difference in vocabulary, grammar, and confidence.
That's such a cool idea. It works for speaking too. You can answer the same question on video once a month and notice how much smoother your answers get.
Exactly. And you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be better than yesterday. That's all that matters.
And once you realize that progress is always happening, even when it's slow, it becomes easier to stay inspired. You stop waiting for someday and start appreciating every step you're taking right now.
So, if you're learning English and it feels slow, just remember, progress is happening, even if you can't see it right away.
Exactly. The key is to track it, celebrate it, and trust the process. Your small wins. They're building the foundation for something much bigger.
And the more you notice those little victories, like using a word correctly, finishing a book, understanding a native speaker, the more motivation you'll build to keep going.
We believe in you. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience, and every single effort counts.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Keep learning, keep tracking, and most importantly, keep believing in your growth.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, celebrate your progress, because you're doing great. Bye for now.